Hello, boys and girls. Oh my goodness, guys. I am super duper excited because I get to hang out with Gia de Cadenet. And guys, this is her debut novel that we will be talking about on today. And Gia, I don't know if you know, but I have to shout out Romance in Color with a U, Tatiana Richardson. Oh my goodness, she was one of your early readers and she just raved about getting his game back. And I was like, oh my goodness, I definitely I respect Tatiana. If she said go get it, I'm like, yeah, I gotta go get it as well. So thank you so much for taking the time to hang out here with me with Angela's Literary Cafe. Boys and girls, we are in for a treat on today because guess what, guys? It actually comes out on January 25th. So she's given us like a pre-release uh exclusive. So I'm excited about that. So Gia, introduce yourself to the people.
Okay. Hi, I'm Gia. I am an American living in Paris. Been here for 15 years, well, in France for 15 years. Wanted to write since I was a little girl, but didn't get up the courage to do it until I started in 2008, but didn't really take it seriously until I participated in Pitch Wars in 2017 and got an agent through a Twitter pitch contest. And then that manuscript wasn't the one that got me my book deal. It was a character who just showed up and started talking to me one day named Khalil, who is the hero of the story that is coming out on the 25th.
I love it. I love it. And Gia, they are giving you love. You have individuals from all over. You have Tony Bonita. You have Tiffany Jones hanging out with us. Author Mel Walker is hanging out with us as well, all giving you some love. And we are super duper excited about this new release. So, okay, let's get into it because even guys, if you read just the blurb, oh my goodness, you are so intrigued. Tell us a little bit about what inspired this story of getting his game back.
Quite honestly, it's what I said. Khalil showed up one day. I was emptying my dishwasher. Khalil showed up one day and started talking. And I was not supposed to be listening to this story. I had another project going on. I had other stuff to do, and this man would not leave me alone. Um, and I kind of knew him already because he's the twin brother of the lead in what's actually going to be my second book coming out from Penguin Random House. Hi, Tatiana, I see you. Um, Khalil is the twin brother of Kareem, who was the lead in my first manuscript, which is going to be my second book from Penguin Random House. Everything's in the wrong order, but I knew he existed, but he and I hadn't spoken before. He'd shown up in the other book with his brother, okay, but I was just minding my business, living my life, and then
Right.
he shows up and just won't shut.
It's
And so
almost like he was like, I want now. My story is now. Okay.
that's
Not
what
a
that is what
second, right
happened.
now.
That is what happened. And what was funny is that my first manuscript was very much female centric. It was focused on the female lead. The male lead was definitely present, definitely there. I alternate perspectives, yes, but this one was Khalil's story. I was halfway through. Well, I was at 30,000 words before I could get the female lead to talk to me
Oh,
because Khalil was just there. Khalil was telling me and talking to me, and several times I kind of was trying to like, okay, but can I hear from her, please? Um, I, 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 I like you, Khalil. You're good. I appreciate you. We have a relationship.
uh-huh.
I don't want to. I don't want to offend you, but I do need to hear from her, just to get her side of things. But she didn't want to talk to me. She didn't want to talk to me for the
Wow.
longest time. She did eventually. We did get to know each other, but it was so him. And actually, that's part of why the audiobook Well, there's two reasons why, but the audiobook is narrated by a man
Okay.
because the story itself is such a masculine or from a male perspective that it made sense. Well, one reason is that it made sense for a man to narrate it. The other reason is because the actor who narrates it is a childhood friend of mine, and I need my friends to get their coins.
I love it. I love it. And guys, oh my goodness, if you are just joining us, I'm hanging out with Gia de Cadenet, guys, and she is sharing with us a pre-release exclusive of getting his game back. And as you can see, guys, she is spilling a little bit of tea about getting his game back. So clearly, Gia, the characters came first because usually we kind of want to know what came first, the characters or the plot. But based on what you just told us, the character of Khalil came first. And so speaking of him, and of course, guys, the heroine in this is Vanessa. So we're going to talk about her in just a moment too. But if you could describe Khalil, kind of sum him up in 3 words, what would you tell us about him? Look, outside of being very persistent.
He is well, what's funny is that he is, first of all, very caring of those around him. Everyone has to be good for Khalil. He's the first one. He will walk in the room. Are you good? Are you good? Are you good? Everyone has to be good.
Okay.
Um, uh, he he needs his community to be good. He needs his family. He needs everybody needs to be good. Um, he's very caring,
Okay.
but he's very he deals with depression. He hides. He wants to hide that he wants to be strong for everybody, but he can't be strong for himself sometimes.
Okay. And before we go on, and Vanessa, I promise you, we're coming to you, Vanessa. I'm talking to the characters. Y'all know how we do this book nerdigans. I don't want her to feel left out. But why was it so important for you to bring to the pages Khalil's story? Because again, let's talk about it. I mean, first of all, we're talking about depression, a little bit of mental illness or what have you here, but you flipped it. This is from a male's perspective of dealing with that. So why was that important to you to bring that to the pages?
Part of what I wondered was why in everything when he first showed up and he was doing all of this talking at first I was like, okay, this is good, I'm getting all this down, this is great, but then I was like, what are you covering up
Okay.
to be so insistent? What is it that you're trying to hide? Because there was just so much. Why do you
Okay.
need to be? He wasn't show offy or chest pumpy or anything like that.
Yeah.
But what is it that you're covering up to be this insistent that you're fine? And depression is something I've dealt with a lot. And I thought, well, wait a minute, it kind of fits that could be what he's covering up.
Okay.
That could be what it is. And we kind of societally accept depression from women. A lot of the symptoms of depression that we talk about, we kind of identify them with women easily. But what about, I just said, what if it happens to a man? What if that's what? And then also I knew, or I understood, that something had gone bad the year before the novel happened.
Okay.
And he wasn't really sure he was ready for a relationship. So when Vanessa walks into his life, he was kind of like, oh, I like her, but I'm kind of scared.
Okay.
And I was like, well, what is it that you're scared of? What if it was he lost his confidence because he used to be a player, not in a negative, not in a mean way. He
Okay.
used to be a player. He's lost his confidence. What made him lose his confidence? So then I
Okay.
was like, oh, those could fit together nicely. It
Right.
could be a mental
Okay.
health
Yes.
issue, and he had had a breakup because of that. So I said, all right, let's see if we can get these things to link together in a way that could work. And then it just kind of built from there.
I love that. I love that. Okay, so like I said, I'm channeling Vanessa. She wants her turn. We got to give Vanessa her spotlight, and so definitely you don't have to sum her up in 3 words. Tell us a little bit about Vanessa, okay? Because guys, let me just tell you, Vanessa had it going on. Okay, she had her stuff together. So share with us a little bit about Vanessa's character.
Well, Vanessa, I'm going to mispronounce her name. I know it, but Vanessa for me was Lovey Ajayi, the author of Professional Troublemaker and I'm Judging You, and the speaker. Just this idea of this woman who just stands up and is who she is, and just has it taken care of. Awesomely lovey, awesomely lovey. And she she's not looking, she's it's not that she's not like, I don't need no man. She's just even beyond that. She's just, I'm doing my thing. I'm fine. She literally only meets Khalil because she's literally checking the things off her list to do. I got to get my hair cut, you know? Um, and I like her drive. I admire her ambition. Um, I really wanted just a woman that I admire on the page. And I love her relationship with her grandmother and her grandmother's best friend. They crack me up. I enjoyed spending time with she and her family members as I was writing. So that was just, fun for me. And I loved her list. I wanted to title the book something about the list, the basic requirements. That was in my head, part of the title of the book for the longest time. So I just liked everything about her. And I also liked her attitude towards Khalil of like, I'm not here to be some sort of like thing for you to try. I'm, I'm, I am not an appetizer. No, thank you.
Exactly.
So,
Like she was a fun character to write.
oh, she was. And also in a way, I didn't go down that same path of like, going into the world of business and or technology and building things and having my own, but I kind of got to live it a little bit as I was writing it. So that was fun too.
I love that. I love that. Guys, if you are just joining us, I'm hanging out with Gia de Cadenet, guys. We are talking about her debut novel, Getting His Game Back. I am super duper excited. And guys, I actually see her out there. This is Miss Tatiana Richardson, guys. She is the podcast host of Romance in Color. And she is how I found out about the lovely Gia de Cadenet. So I definitely wanted to shout her out and getting his a game back. So, guys, of course, like, tag, and share. Tell them that Gia is hanging out with us at the cafe, guys, and she's spilling a little bit of tea about her debut novel that is coming out on January 25th, and it is available for pre-order right now. So, Gia, share with us a little bit about your writing. What would you say to describe your writing style?
My style. I don't know. Sometimes I hope it is accessible, or actually my main goal, I hope I get there. My main goal is to be as out of the way as possible. Um, Although apparently I failed, at least for one reviewer.
Okay.
Um, I read a review last night. You're not supposed to read reviews. I read a review last night that said I use too many words, which I don't really know how I'm supposed to write a book without using a lot of words, but
Okay.
apparently it's possible. But I want I hope that my style is as clear and efficient as possible so that I can get the feeling across. I can get the reader to feel, but still be as unobstructive as possible.
Okay.
That's my
Okay.
hope. And I want things to be as evocative as possible. I want to use as many, for example, in the snippet that I've chosen to share, um, I try to use as many senses as I can because I want you to be there with me.
Okay.
Um, or no, I take that back. I don't want you to be there with me. I want you to be there with my characters because I should
Mm.
be out of the way as
and
much as
and us
possible.
as readers, yeah, we definitely love to be there with the characters. We love that feeling of feeling like we are inside of what's going on, or those books that linger in our thoughts even when we're not reading it as well. And I've heard that the book, I've seen it described as a sexy, charming romance book. So I've seen some great reviews of what people are saying about getting his game back. So, guys, again, if you are just joining us, hanging out with the one and only Gia de Cadenet, guys, we're talking about her debut novel, hitting the stores, hitting everywhere on January 25th. It is available for pre order now, and she has graced us to hang out with us for a pre release exclusive talking about her book. Now, Gia, are you ready to give us just a little snippet of getting his game back?
I don't know if it's little. It's
Look,
not
because the
little.
readers, we're ready.
Let's see. All right. So this is kind of the middle. Um, Khalil, Vanessa is has reserved the VIP section at a club for a friend's birthday party. And
Okay.
Khalil and his friends had been down in a different part of the club, and he happened to look up and see her. He sent her a message to say hi. She invited him to join them. So the two groups gelled better than Vanessa could have hoped. Khalil's friend Rizo was chatting with Jen. Lisa and Darius seemed to be happy to have found each other again. Vanessa thought about joining them on the dance floor, but accepted Khalil's invitation onto the little balcony overlooking the rest of the club. She liked his cologne. At the shop, it was hard to distinguish between the different aromas. There were always men who wore too much cologne, the smell of disinfectant for the combs, the fabric softener in the air from the dryers in the back. The shaving cream they used overpowered the room, its menthol undercurrent battling for supremacy. But there in the club, the aroma of mixed drinks didn't get much farther than the glasses that contained them. The birthday cake lay in ruins on the table under a vanilla scented cloud. The warm fragrance she was currently enjoying, bergamot, cedarwood, a touch of fresh cut grass, had to be coming from him. He took a breath to speak, and she realized how close she'd gotten. His watch grazed her fingertips where their hands rested against the railing. I. He wet his lips, glancing at hers. He cleared his throat and looked her in the eye again. I really enjoyed lunch the other day, he said. Me too. What if we made it a regular? An explosion of breaking glass, cut him off, a passing waiter's tray crashing to the floor. Vanessa jumped like everyone else, and her foot landed on a piece. She wavered as it crunched and shifted her weight, hoping to avoid any shards catching the exposed side of her foot. You okay? Khalil cupped her elbow, steadying her. Yeah, stepped on some glass, but I don't think it got into my shoe. He looked down. Yuck, it's all over the place. Give me your drink. She did, keeping her feet as still as possible. He put their glasses on a nearby table and returned, stepping over the largest pieces of broken glass. Two waiters scurried around, getting brooms, asking patrons to be careful while they cleaned up. Hmm, Khalil said, assessing the floor. This won't do. What? She asked. No path for you to avoid the glass. Just had to wear the sexy shoes tonight, huh? He asked, winking. The sexy shoes? These are hardly. Then she was up in the air against his side. He'd scooped her up, and the easiest thing to do was let her arms fall around his neck as his circled her waist, and he stepped through the field of glass. That bergamot cedarwood fresh grass scent was him, and the smell concentrated deliciously where his neck met his shoulder. The only logical thing to do to help him maintain his balance was to cling as tightly to him as she could, letting her cheek rest against his shoulder, his throat inches from her nose. She drugged herself high with another deep breath, but the popping glass snapped her back to the present. You're stepping on it too. What if it gets into your shoes? She asked. He reached the couches and wrapped his other arm around her waist, pressing her close, then letting her slide down to her feet. Um, Closed shoes, he said. He cleared his throat. I'm okay. Neither one of them moved, and Vanessa doubted they were okay. She wanted to reply, but the heat of his biceps against her palms slammed into her awareness. Oh, she said, jerking her hands away and taking a step back. His grip around her waist slackened before she was ready, and she wobbled. Maybe we should sit, he said, catching her wrist and then releasing it as they sat on the couch. Good idea. Still off kilter, she glanced down to check the soles of her shoes. Do you have a problem with my shoes? She asked. He smiled. Not a problem. Just wonder how you can walk around in torture devices all the time as though they don't hurt. Those shoes you wear must be painful. Those shoes I wear, do all my shoes offend you? She smiled so he'd know she was teasing. Nothing you wear offends me, Vanessa, he said, but you can't tell me your feet don't hurt. She shrugged. Okay, desperate measures. Wait here. He was gone before she could open her mouth. She checked the dance floor. Her friends were having a great time, Lisa in particular with Darius. Khalil returned, putting a glass with ice, another with what looked like olive oil, and a stack of napkins on the table. Foot, please, he asked. I'm sorry. I need your foot, he said, in my lap. She gawked at him. Okay, he said. He leaned over, grabbed her right ankle, and turned her leg, sitting back with her foot in his lap. She was happy she'd worn her yellow jumpsuit and not her yellow mini dress. What are you doing? She asked. He'd bent his head, scrutinizing the straps around her ankle, trying to figure out how to take this off. You're not going to take off my shoe. Why not? Because it's, they're my feet. She'd had a pedicure the day before, but she'd been dancing and the leather insoles weren't exactly breathable. He leaned back, appraising as she tried not to freak out. You have really cute feet, Vanessa, he said. Does it bother you if I touch them? No. She glanced around. The couple on the couch closest to them were in a serious conversation. The women beside them had been making out since the waiter dropped the glasses. The lights were too dim to see anyone well. She looked back at Khalil. He was setting the straps again. Are you into feet? She asked. No, he said, still studying. Not into feet. He looked her in the eye and her heart took off. Okay, she said. And her sandal slid off. It was impossible to remove that quickly, unless he'd already figured out how and had been giving her a chance to back out. When he placed it on the floor, then tossed a piece of ice back into the glass. When did he pick? All thoughts stopped, and she melted into the couch. He placed his chill hand on the top of her foot, where the muscles had been stretched, straining to keep her upright. Is that okay? He asked. She moistened her lips to answer. Yeah. Needed that? She nodded. I can continue if you'd like. He dipped his thumb in the olive oil, then rubbed her foot, squeezing the ball gently. Do you know what you're doing? She didn't know why she was asking. No one had ever massaged her feet before, but it sure felt right. He flashed her a sideways grin, a hair's breadth from wicked. Moistening his lips, he looked her in the eye. You know I got you, Vanessa, he said.
Well, okay, boys and girls. First of all, we got more than a snippet. We got a whole audio book, extravaganza. And I don't know about anybody else, but I am Team Khalil. Okay, Team Khalil, 10 points for Khalil, okay? Oh my goodness, guys, she just shared with you a snippet of getting his game back. Oh my goodness, guys, it is available. If you are not clicking that one click right now, oh my goodness, I don't understand, or what have you. But it will be available January 25th. Oh my goodness, thank you so much for sharing that with us as well. Now, boys and girls, of course, we have to get in a game of this or that. And of course, yeah, there is no right or wrong answer because it's all things according to you. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, first one. Are you a plotter or a pantser?
Technically both.
Okay.
If it's like what happened with Khalil, sometimes
Okay.
you have to dance. It
Gotta
just
go with
shows
it.
up, and then you put it into a plot. Well, I use a beat sheet, so it all I just it arrives, and then I shove it into the beat sheet after.
Okay. Gotcha. Okay. Audiobook or podcast?
Audiobook.
Okay. Now we have to know this here at the cafe. Okay, Gina. Are you team tea or are you team coffee?
Coffee all day long. Well,
Coffee.
not all day
Okay.
long, but
Coffee. Now, wait, I know you said all day long. Now, is that a writing quirk of yours that when you get into the writing zone, you got to have your cup of coffee, or just whenever it hits, you got your coffee?
no, it's I said all day long. I can't really be all day long. No, it's two Nespressos in the morning. But and then actually then it's sparkling water all day long. I
Okay,
must be sparkling
gotcha.
water.
So get it out the way early, and then sparkling water all day long. Okay. Now,
Yes.
are you more of a spare the moment person, or you have to plan it out?
For the writing,
Just anything. You spare the moment person, or you a planner, planning it out.
plan plan it out. Definitely plan it out.
All right. Now, are you as far as traveling is concerned, are you give me a plane, get there quick, or give me the road trip? So, plane ride or road trip?
What's crazy is well,
Look, that sounds like a
Europe
what had happened was moment.
Europe is not made for is not a driving friendly like America is. So in America, okay, road
Okay.
trip. But here, no, trains or planes. So my life has changed
Got
since
it. I
2006.
love it. Okay. Oh my goodness. And so, look, Gia, the time goes by so fast. Oh my goodness. It has been amazing hanging out with you. But of course, before we go, guys, there is a giveaway. And guys, Gia, they are blessing us. There will be 10 copies, okay, of Getting His Game Back that will be mailed out to you guys. It is US only. So we will have 10 individuals that will receive print copies of Getting His Game Back. So I'm actually going to make it quick, I'm going to go through and I'm going to pop up. And if your name pops up, are the winner of one of these print copies. And so, Gia, I'll probably be using my fingers to sure. Okay, so guys, and as I'm doing that, Gia, if you want to share with us, something else about the book that you want to share about us, feel free to do that as well at this time.
Let's see. So I already said the thing that's super important to me is that it's my friend who is the audiobook narrator.
Uh huh.
There is, of course, a little sneak peek of the of Kareem's story in the book. Kareem
Okay.
is the twin brother of Khalil. Kareem and Isadora's story, not the plan, which is out in
Okay.
2023. Which is, I will inform you, a little bit spicier than Getting His Game Back.
Okay.
Um,
See, guys, she spilled a little bit of tea. Now, Gia, with you saying that, is this actually going to be a series? Will it be two books, or will it be continuing on, or is there something there for that?
from
We'll have to see.
your lips to my publisher's ears.
Okay. So, guys, look, put in the comment section if you want a series or what have you. Okay, guys, we are getting ready to announce these winners. If you see your name, the first one is Antoinette Gates. And, guys, if your name is shown on the screen, if you will inbox me your mailing address, I will get that to the individuals where it needs to go so you can get your print copy. So, the first one is Antoinette Gates. Congratulations,
Yay,
Antoinette.
Antoinette.
We have Caitlin Awara. Congratulations, Caitlin. We have Tony Bonita is the next one. Congratulations, Tony
Oh,
Bonita.
I can't
Let's
sign
see
these.
here.
I would love to
We
sign them,
have
David.
Tiffany Jones. Congratulations, Tiffany Jones. We have Mel Walker. Congratulations to you. Let's see. Let's see. We have Veronica. Congratulations, Veronica. We have Dr. Velma Bagby. Congratulations. We have, let's see, Sharon Eatman Rowland. Congratulations. Let's see. I'm going to miss, guys. Did I get 10? I think I did. I think I did. So, everybody, that if I said your name, if you will comment in the comment section, and I will get that information to her publishing company, and they will get those mailed out to you guys. So, Gia, you have to tell us, where can we get a copy of Getting His Game Back that will be hitting stores on January the 25th? And guys, you can pre-order as well. So, Gia, share that with us.
What is insane to me, I went and double checked last night because I hadn't clicked on all the links. So the easiest way to see all of the places where you can buy it is that you go to the Penguin Random House website and you search Gia de Cadenet.
Okay.
And there's a page for the book. And you can see all of the places, but I double checked all of the links, so you can get it at Amazon, Barnes & Noble, bookshop.org, Hudson Booksellers. You can get it through IndieBound, Powell's. You can get it through Target's website. You can get it through Walmart's website, which honestly just blew me away. Target and Walmart. Like, what planet am I living on? I can't believe it. You can get it. That's for the paperback. Ebooks, you can get it through Apple
Okay.
Books, Google Play Store, Kobo, Books a Million, and of course Kindle and Barnes & Noble. Audiobooks, Apple, Audible, audiobooks.com, Google Play Store, Kobo Libro, and audiobookstore.com.
So basically, guys, everywhere books are sold, okay, you can get you a copy of Getting His Game Back, and we're super duper excited for you for your debut novel that will be hitting the stores on January 25th. Guys, as she said, it's in audiobook, it's in paperback, as well, it's in ebook. So whatever suits your fancy, your reading fancy, you should be able to get that version of Getting His Game Back. And Gia, please tell us, how can we stay connected with you?
So you can find me on Instagram, Gia_Decad, DECAD, Twitter at Gia_Decadenet, TikTok at Gia de Cadenet, and my website, giadecadenet.com.
I love it. I love it. Boys and girls, there you have it. You can stay connected with her there. Also, if you guys are not already following her, follow her on Instagram. It is amazing to watch the journey. And guys, of course, count down with her to the 25th. Oh, as well. Like I said, if you follow her on Instagram, feel free to like, tag, and share that the book is coming out on the 25th as well too. I know I'm super duper excited about it. I know Romance in Color, Tatiana Richardson, shout out to her. Guys, she also has a podcast. Check out her podcast as well. Guys, it has amazing hanging out with you and Gia on today. And guys, as I always say, have an amazing day, because we're having an amazing day. And until next time, boys and girls, bye. See you later.
Thanks so much for having me.
Game back. You
Thank
are so
you.
welcome, Gia. See you guys
Thanks.
later.
Bye.